Hi everyone, it's Marieta. Welcome to today's live Q&A. Today I do want to focus on E2 visa, the source of investment, that is the loan, because this is very important. Many of you are interested to actually start the process of E2 visa, but you don't know where to obtain the funds from, or if you are considering different funds, not necessarily your funds, you don't know how to document it. So today I do want to focus on that, and I do want to cover the source of E2 visa, which is going to be particularly loan. So I'm going to focus on the loan, and we are going to discuss if you can use the loan agreement, and if you are going to use the loan agreement, what are the requirements. I also do want to invite you for the upcoming webinar, which is live training that I'm hosting tomorrow. It's going to be 90 minutes long training, and you can register. I already shared the link. It's about this video, and if you are on YouTube, it's going to be below. So it's a live training with me tomorrow, 90 minutes long, and you can also ask your questions. Now, I want to make sure you understand who is this training for. So it's for entrepreneurs, startups, and business owners who want to move to United States, create 6- and 7-figure businesses, and they are looking for someone to guide them. Okay, so if you need more information on this topic, then the webinar is for you. On the other hand, the webinar tomorrow is not for someone who is looking for free visa, is not for someone who is looking for employer in United States, is not for someone who is looking to get a green card through marriage, lottery, etc. I started to focus on serving entrepreneurs, business owners recently, and right now I'm in the middle of the launch, the American Dream Accelerator program. If you heard, you can get on the list. Actually, the wait list is closed right now, but you can still receive free VIP training. And the link for that I'm going to post below this video if you watch on YouTube, and it's going to be immibiz.com/accelerator program. So let's talk about E2 visa source of funds, because this is today's topic. If you have any questions that are relevant to this topic, you can ask me, and I'm happy to answer them for you. And I already see some people tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in. Nice to see you. Contract. I don't understand what you mean by contract. Abdevalech. I don't know. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by contract? Hi, Qasim. So whoever is tuning in, welcome everybody. Hi, everybody. Today I'm focusing on the source of funds for E2 visa, E2 investor visas, in other words, entrepreneur visas. And something that I do want to explain is that, I have like so many different videos on YouTube that you can actually watch and learn about E2 especially. And yet there are people who don't understand that, in order to start a business, get investor visas, two things are important. You have to understand two things. First thing is that if you want to run the business in the United States and reside in the United States as an entrepreneur or business owner or startup, you don't necessarily need to invest $500,000 or $1 million, okay? It's probably one of the biggest misconceptions out there. People think, because there are many people who don't even know about this option E2 visa, okay? Second, you don't need to hire people, okay? With EB5 program, where the minimum requirement is $500,000 of investment, you have to hire 10 people if you invest directly. If you invest indirectly into regional center project, you don't obviously hire them directly yourself. But with E2 visa program, you don't necessarily need to do that, okay? And number 3, and this is going to be something that I will cover today, is that if you want to get this E2 visa and if you want to be part of E2 visa program, you have to invest substantial amount of capital. But what does this actually mean? Is that you're going to spend the money, okay? You have to show that you have invested this money. Or, hear me out, or you are in process of investing and these funds are committed. And this is biggest mistake people do. especially when they apply for E2 visa, is that they actually wire the funds. Obviously, the funds must be from a legal source. You understand that, right? Because every single legal source is documented. So, for example, if you use your savings, you're going to wire the funds to United States corporate account. It's called corporate account because it is the account of your corporation or LLC, your entity in the United States, not your personal account. And the biggest problem is, hear me out again, people wire the money and then, guess what? They think just because the money sits in the bank account, they are eligible to apply for E2 visa. And that is not true, okay? That is absolutely not true, because if you just wire the funds, you don't meet other requirements of E2 visa. Okay, you don't. Because the other requirements, as I already told you, one of them is that you have to show you have invested or you are in process of investing or your investment funds are committed. So, if you don't have any money, what can you do? You can loan the money. So the question is the loan eligible? The answer, yes, it is, if, this is important again, hear me out, if the loan is secured. So let me give you an example. What does this mean? You're going to borrow money from your friend. The friend is going to give you, it's going to loan you, not give you, because give means gift. It's another sort of investment, possible source of investment. It's going to loan you 100K. You have to show in the loan agreement that it's a secured loan agreement, meaning you're going to pay off collateral. There is a collateral, security in other words, securing this transaction. If you don't pay off this loan by whatever date in the future, you are going to be responsible and liable, and you have to put the collateral or security as a part of the agreement, because otherwise you don't really bear any risk of investment when it comes to E2 visa. And as I already mentioned, one of the requirements is that you as E2 visa investor must bear risk of the investment. So simply put, yes, you can use the loan agreement, you can use the loan as a source, but make sure the source is secured, make sure there is a collateral, and guess what? You should not give collateral, meaning equity of your newly formed LLC or corporation in the United States that is subject to E2 visa approval. So if you want to use equity, maybe you have another company in your home country or who knows where, and you want to use that equity as a collateral, that's fine. But make sure you're not going to use the collateral of the same entity that is subject to E2 visa approval. That is a newly formed entity. Now, I hope this makes sense, guys, because it's very important. Two things you have to know. You cannot just wire the money and let it sit in the bank account, because then you don't qualify. You have to show you have spent the money, or you are in the process of investing, or your funds are committed, okay? Or if you want to use the loan, you have to make sure that it's secured. And even if you use the loan and it's secured, then you have to show that the money, the loan money are actually being used. So don't think for a second you're just going to get some money from someone, wire it to the United States, let it sit, and apply for E2. You're going to be denied, period. Now, if you want to learn more about this, guys, tomorrow I'm hosting live webinar training, which is for entrepreneurs, business owners, and investors. You need to sign up for the training, and the link is about this video and below this video. And tomorrow I'm going to break down all the requirements and all the details. It's going to be 90 minutes long training. So if you are interested, you can definitely sign up. There is a limited seating because it's not live stream like this. Live stream has no limit. I mean, 500 people can watch me, but over there it's only limited to 200 people. So if you are serious, if you know someone who also is serious about starting a business in the United States, definitely share the link and join tomorrow. It's going to be actually 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, let me look at you. Let me look at your questions. And then I'm going to wrap up because I have things to do. I don't know what you mean by intelligent big contract. No idea what that is. By the way, guys, sometimes I feel like your English is not so good. So I would suggest if you want to move to United States, run the business, you should probably improve your English skills. And sometimes people actually send me email in your local language. Again, it shows that you don't speak English. I mean, on one hand, I have no idea how you can hear me out. Like, how can you actually understand what I'm saying? And then you reply in your language. If you want to move to the United States, you have to speak English. If you want to run business, you have to speak English. So I suggest you actually improve your English skills. I have a great friend of mine who is running ESL school in San Diego. ESL stands for English as a Second Language. If you want, I can put you in contact with him and you can go and enroll to school because you have to improve your English. That is exactly what I've done myself when I first arrived to the United States in 2007. How are you going to run a business if you don't speak English? Can you tell me? Like, I have no idea. Now I'm reviewing your comments, guys, and I'm just going to answer the relevant comments, okay? So the relevant means like when it comes to E2 visas and entrepreneur visas, because there are going to be people who are actually watching replays of this video, and I do want to make sure that we are relevant, we stay relevant and focus here. I mean, you are asking me like, you want to work in the United States, we want to work in America, please help us. I mean, let me ask you a question. Don't you already think that by posting free videos on YouTube, and I'm an attorney, I am running my own business, I have a lot of things to do, and I'm doing this for free. Don't you even think this is already helping you? Like, if that's not even helping you, I don't know what else do you expect. But typically in the United States, if you want something, you have to pay for it. As far as I know, this is free stuff. So, like, help us, please help us. Like, I don't understand this message. Like, I think it's already helping you. Again, there is some message in different language which I don't speak. Guys, don't share your phone numbers with me. I'm not going to call you. If you want to talk to me, you have to schedule a consultation. Right now, I don't offer free consultations because I'm super busy. I'm in the middle of the launch, the American Dream Accelerator. So you have two options. You can either book a paid consultation with me. You can contact the office if you need to, office@immigrationbiz.com, or you can enroll to the upcoming program, ImmigrationBiz.com/accelerator, that I'm launching on Saturday. And this is a program for 35 people that I'm going to closely work with. So if you want to work with me, you can be part of the accelerator program. Now, on top of that, I'm doing the live webinar tomorrow. So if you want to learn from me, you can join the free webinar tomorrow. But there is no other way. Like, I'm not going to call you. Even if you throw your number at me, I'm not calling anybody. My staff is not calling. Like, we have people who approach me daily. We have many emails that we receive, and only people who either book the consultation, they pay for it, or they are qualified for a 15 minutes initial call with me. You have to be pre-qualified to do that. Otherwise, nobody's going to call you. What about restaurant business? Is it eligible for E2 visa? Finally, a relevant question. Manfred, yes, it is. Actually, restaurant business is definitely eligible, and it's kind of like a traditional case study type of business model, because there are many people who actually got E2 under a restaurant, if the model was like a restaurant or coffee shop. To answer your question, any kind of business is eligible as long as you actively manage the business. You have to manage the business. If you're just going to invest, let's say, into real estate, you're going to buy a property, that is considered passive investment unless you create a business out of it, let's say flipping property business, etc. So think about it this way. Whatever kind of business you want to engage in, it's fine as long as you actively manage the business and you literally work daily on the business, okay? So it's not speculative investment or passive investment. So definitely restaurant business qualifies, bakery shop qualifies, coffee shop qualifies. These are all wonderful examples that do qualify for E2 visas. Okay, the other questions I'm not even going to answer because they are not relevant. If you need invitation to United States, you have to find someone who's going to invite you. I don't invite anybody. I'm not here to invite anybody. I run my business. I help entrepreneurs. If you're not in that category, I'm probably not good for you. I'm not sending out any invitation letters. I'm not inviting anybody to the United States. I'm an attorney, a business owner, an entrepreneur, and that's what I do. I help people who want to move to US and start businesses. If you are looking for someone who's going to give you an invitation letter, probably you have to look somewhere else. And also, invitation letter is for people who are tourists, by the way. And if you are a tourist, that means you just visit the United States for a short period of time and then you have to return. If you, by any chance, stay in the United States longer, you're going to be out of status, illegal, and you're not going to, you don't have a work permit to stay and work and reside in the United States with B visa. Invitation letter is for tourists. I don't do that. I don't focus on that. But I have to say, if you need the guidance, like how to obtain it, I actually last year I made a course. It's pre-recorded course program, how to get a B visa, and you can find it at www.immigrationbizacademy.com, because, some people still need this information, and for those people I created the course. I'm already in business for 10 years in Japan, Manfred. Wonderful. That's great to hear. Manfred, I would say definitely join the webinar on Friday. The link is about this video. And that webinar, I'm going to talk more details, how you actually get the E2 visa, what's the best business to start, etc. So you definitely should join the webinar if you have some time. It's going to be tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Because I think you definitely qualify for it. Sure. I mean, I would suggest to definitely contact me when you're ready, but don't miss out the webinar. It's going to clarify some things. And also, I suggest you watch my other videos on YouTube, especially when it comes to E2 visa, because you are probably already qualified. Based on the information you provided, I can tell right away. Okay, I see guys, please don't type your question in your language, because I don't speak your language. There is no way I can answer that, if you know what I mean. Hi, how are you? I'm good. I'm a follower and I like the thinking of you. Okay, sure, you're welcome. Okay, I think I'm gonna wrap up, guys. Stay tuned for the webinar tomorrow, and thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for your likes, by the way, your hearts. And if you know people who need this information, share this video with them. If you watch me on YouTube, make sure to subscribe to receive daily updates, because now I'm adding content almost every day. And stay tuned, and I'll see you in my next video. Have a great day. Bye.